Good evening everyone and welcome to Global Hub Racing F2 Round 10 here at the Brazilian Grand Prix. Jack Myers' favourite race for so many reasons after bottling it last time out in FRL for anyone that is new to the channel. As always, I'm JimSaid14. I'll be guiding you through the action here tonight out on track. 16 drivers, as you can see, are going to be participating in tonight's race, which is a fantastic attendance, and I think it's one of the best of the season for sure, which is fantastic to see. Joining me in the commentary box at the minute are the drivers in question. So just to run down the order, we've got Ballboy, Rocco, Mads, Deneen and Jack Meyer.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Good
and we've also got
intro.
Asheen in the party. I don't know why he's in here, but he's here anyways. So let's have a look at the comments section. Everyone's saying hello and good evening to me. Good evening as well. I thank God we are live, because I genuinely thought about half an hour ago I wasn't going to get to stream because something happened with PSN on my end, and I'm not going to say what it was, but it's all been sorted. So there we go. If everyone is ready to go, by the way, we can start. Well, I'm very eager to get going early. I know Montana will be livid with himself. Goodness me.
Fuming.
No, he won't be fuming. He'll be livid with himself. GHR getting going pretty early. My God.
Yeah, it shows the improvements we're making, unlike some drivers.
Yeah, and anybody that is a fan of Ballboy57, by the way, I may as well get this out now. Nintendo Direct E3 2019 live reaction is out. It features me. Why would you want to watch that now when you can watch me now commentating on the action here tonight? And I'm going to put in the F2 chat that we are live. There's quite a few people actually in the F2 chat on Discord. Glock said a 1068 he's done on Twitter. Just
I've
seen
only
that.
ever done a 109, so this
A
will be fun.
106.8. Hopefully a good one. I believe that's the fastest time out of anyone in F2, says Glock. So he is quite confident. And everyone, Felix Senny is looking forward to the race as well. I don't know what is happening in somebody's background there.
That'll be me.
Ballboy?
Dogs are going barking mad and barking crazy. It's only because I've gone on the mic now. My squeaky voice is distracting them quite a lot.
Or is it the fact that I'm on a 5-bar?
You're not on a 5-bar for me. Nobody's on a 5-bar for me. But I think that's what you get with my connection nowadays. Especially considering I had to do a 7-hour update to my computer today. And which it should have really took like an hour, if that. It took 7 hours. On top of that, I had to restart the update from yesterday as well, so it really wasn't great stuff. But let's have a look at what is going on in the comments section. Geronimo saying he is back. I hope I will let you guys proud about my driving. I did a lot of practice and testing for the F1 2019 beta. Give me a cheeky message, see how it was, see if you liked the game or not, and see if it was all picture perfect, and then I can forge up a league. But I can say that we are getting going early. It's 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go, and we are already starting. So, for the first time in GHR history, we are starting a minute early out on track. Fantastic.
I'm not sure it's
We're
the
like
first time.
ILR7, who started bloody 5 minutes early tonight as well. Everyone's starting early, it seems. Montana will be proud, I think, of us starting early instead of us starting right on time. I will say one thing: there was not much desync, says Geronimo, and it's like F1 2017. Well, that's positive if he's commenting that.
Well, let's just hope we have the multiplayer cleaners of F1 2010.
Well, obviously, I will say what we are going to be doing for F1 2019 later on in the stream if people do want to ask me questions about it. But what I can say is that we are going to be making full use of this new leagues feature that is going to be incorporated into F1 2019. That, I will say for sure, is something that we're going to be using. However, when the F2 cars don't come in, apparently it's not on the leagues feature, so we're going to have to do it through Unranked. So, as long as there is no thingy. I've received Oh, it's raining out on track. It is raining. Intermediate conditions. Weather forecast, Mr. Meyer. The Welsh are very good at forecast.
So we have a light rain with damp conditions of track temperatures with 28 degrees, and for the race it will be dry conditions with cloudy with a track temperature of 31 degrees. So everyone keep it clean, because we want this dryness to last.
Final thing I'll say, Jack Meyer, if your forecast is wrong, you're fired. But anyways, we're off and racing, and let's meet the guys in the chat. Good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck. Good luck, everyone. Good luck, everyone. There we go. All by ourselves now, and we are going to get the first drivers out on track, and it looks like Geronimo was the first one to come out on track in the Red Bull. I am going to have a look at... I'm going to turn off my notifications, actually. That's what I'm going to do first, and then I'm going to get Discord up and have a look at the championship standings, because they have been uploaded into there, I'm pretty sure. Yep, there we go. So Vienmi on 151 points, Deneen on 139. It is possible that the championship can be won here tonight. There is Deneen, by the way, out on track, just coming through turn 5, which is the run up the hill now into turn 6. Current gap is 12 points to Vienmi, between Vienmi and Deneen. So Vienmi ideally needs to outscore Deneen here by 13, 14 points ideally. He needs to... I think the best scenario I could put it is Vienmi needs to win, Deneen needs to be 5th for Vienmi to win the championship. I think that's the scenario that it is going into tonight. Space is a premium, by the way. Mads and the likes not out the pitch yet, but Geronimo is, and he's about to start a lap here. The Dutchman returning for the first time in a few weeks. Good to see him back, of course. 16 drivers for GHR F2, and I think with a good attendance here, we should hope for good attendance tomorrow night in F1. Just getting very slightly out of turn 2 and 3 there was Geronimo, but he's looking quite good so far. Of course, intermediate conditions, you'll be expecting a 16.5 through the first sector in the dries. It was 18.9, I think, there for Geronimo through the first sector. So he's now running up the hill towards turn 6, which I think is the trickiest corner, one of the trickiest corners on this track. Now at the highest point of the track through turn 7, diving down into turn 8. And of course, if people haven't been seeing the news recently regarding the future of Brazil, apparently this is going to be probably one of the last times you see Interlagos on the F1 2019 calendar, because Rio apparently is going to get from 2020 the rights to host the race there. Still be a Brazilian Grand Prix, but they're just moving venues. Very slightly back end there from Geronimo, coming towards the end of his lap. Of course, we will be expecting 107 to 108 in the dries, but Geronimo better come across the line. Vienmi 17.4 first lap, 17.7 for Geronimo there. So Vienmi was first out on track. Geronimo the 17.7 looking good. Deneen is on a lap, the Irishman, second in the championship currently on 139 points. One of fourths has beleaguered his progress through, and he goes quickest, the 17.3. But even in the intermediate conditions, you will see that the grid will be very close indeed here. Let's just try and pick up on board with somebody. Boltzmann coming through the middle sector. Bullboy just comes across the line to go 18.2 and a 16.8 there from Felix. So he now goes 5/10 top. And it looks like the rain is getting a little bit lighter on my screen at the minute. The rain is forecast to stop, and it is forecast to get dry before the end of qualifying. Boltzmann now running round through the final corner, downhill now, 200 mile an hour being reached. Is he going to better Felix's time? No, he doesn't, but it's a 17.0, and he goes second, so very nice lap there from him. His teammate Silas is in the middle sector. Mads, however, though, has better come across the line to set his lap. Not really a competitive lap there, 19.9 from him. Wizards better come across the line, goes 5th with a 17.5, looking quite competitive there, the Toro Rosso driver at this stage. Silas then running up the hill, of course sporting the Lebanese flag here tonight, because CPI Schumacher taken into what I think is an induced coma as he goes quickest, and that is a great lap from the McLaren driver. And of course, I think while we're on the subject of CPI Schumacher, I personally just want to wish everyone at CPI well, and I want to wish Schumacher well as well, because it's never great to have somebody in an induced come, especially when he's such a high-profile figure in the esports community. And hopefully, fingers crossed, and prayers and everything else, and his thoughts and prayers are with his family and with himself at this very sad time. And hopefully, he is coming through the worst of it at this stage. So, and I'm sure everyone will share my thoughts with Schumacher in the comments section as well. Bass has gone second, by the way, with a 16.8, 3 thousandths ahead of Boltzmann. Felix with a 16.8, and Mr. Meyer has left the session already. And that's before he even bottled it into turn 3 like he did in FOL a couple of seasons back. This is, however, not FOL, this is GHR, of course. DRS has been enabled, the rain has stopped out on track. That's a very quick stop for the DRS enabled. It looks like it's actually still raining out on track. There's a little brookie retires from the session. Mr. Meyer will be coming back. Felix is on a lap here, I think. A 10th up at this stage. He'll pull him ahead of Bass and possibly in touch with Silas here. But the track now, sun beginning to come out. And not even halfway through qualifying just yet. Felix, getting very wide, nearly onto the grass there. Felix about to come across the line. Where's he going to go? Goals! Second, and he's only 9 thousandths off. If he didn't run onto the grass, I think that's what might have just cost him there, to be honest. Not many drivers out on track, quite a few in the pit lane at this stage. Boltzmann is coming around the final corner now on the run down the hill. Looks like he might be coming into the pits. No, he's not. He's going to try and go for another lap here, Boltzmann. Few drivers going on out laps. Geronimo was improving through the first sector by a 10th, nearly 2 tenths per second there for Geronimo, improving through the first sector. Silas leading, Felix in second, Bass in third at this stage, Boltzmann in fourth. If you're just tuning in, I'm James Head 14 commentating on the action here in GHR F2, Global Hub Racing, of course, for GHR, and I guarantee you the best is yet to come with the action that will unfold out on track, and hopefully everyone will be keeping it clean and competitive, because that will be our ethos going forward onto the new game F1 2019, which I have proudly pre-ordered Legends Edition now. So I'm going to be getting the game 3 days early access. You'll probably see some content come on the channel early in that 3 days from me showing you like the hub and whatever. Possibly you could be seeing time trial laps as well being uploaded from certain drivers, and that is just boosting our social reach while we do that. Mr. Meyer, by the way, is back in to the session. He has taken control of his car. He's out on a set of softs, and there we go. There's the official confirmation with him through. Rocco on a lap then in the south, but he's on a set of mediums at this stage. Super soft, softs and mediums with 3 dry compound of tyres that you will be seeing around here in Brazil. And if you did tune in for F3, what a race that was. Right to the end, Stinner winner getting in the wrong place at the wrong time, trying to win the championship. And then Toxic crashing on the inside, getting caught on the curve on the inside. I'll never forget that at all. I will never forget that at all. But Rocco then is about to come up the hill. Looks like he's going to be going quicker out of everyone here, but that's to be expected with the dry compound of tyres now coming into play. Rocco on the mediums will go quickest here, and it's a 15 flat, so a nice lap there by Rocco. Anybody else on a lap? Ballboy through the middle sector. The Ferrari man. Halfway through qualifying, Rocco top, Silas second, Felix in third. Deneen now goes quickest with a 12.4, and these lap times are just going to tumble and tumble down until probably we'll get to the 108s and the 107s that have been predicted here tonight. Glock, by the way, speaking earlier on in Discord, saying that he did have thingy and something new coming to GTA I've just seen there on my Twitter. But yeah, back to what I was saying about Glock. Ballboy then about to come across the line. Track getting quicker and quicker. He'll go quickest with an 11 flat. Nice lap there by the ball of the boy. S-Boy is about to come around the final corner. Down the hill he goes. Gonna go second with this. Competitive lap, 11.6. Not bad on a set of supers. Mads just about to start a lap there. Vienri, title leader. Rain has stopped out on track. Blue sky now forming in the skies above the Autodromo de Interlagos. Of course, you will be seeing this track all week this week, and that does include GT Sport later on in the week on Sunday, where I'll have the privilege of being joined, of course, by Kyle for Pro and Elliot for Pro-Am. Pro-Am at 6 o'clock and Pro at about 7:15, 20 past 7. We'll get started for Pro. The enemy, though, coming round the final technical corner on the track. But this corner has had victims in the past. Alonso spinning there, of course, wildly in qualifying 1 year in Brazil. The enemy better come across the line now. Sets a 109 flat, and there we go. Gonna just see the improvements begin to happen out on track. Just trying to pick up on somebody. Mads is approaching the end of the middle sector. He's just gone through the sector split. Now let's focus on somebody then that's just starting up a lap. I was on a lap. Bass is on a lap. NSX. The Dutchman. Currently sitting in... as I need to get the F2 chat back up. Bass is in third. He's on 103 points. A very competitive battle going on. Geronimo ahead of him out on track. It's going to help him on the run to the line. Bass goes across the line. It's a 108.1, and that's the sort of lap times you now want to be seeing from the top guys. 108.1 there from Bass. Very competitive lap. JB running up the hill now into the final corner out on track in the Force Indian. 18.7 currently, and he's set on inters. He's going to be going way quicker than this. Possibly going third with this, I would imagine. JB, yay, just dropped a 10th off the enemy. It's a nice lap there by the Brits. Silas is coming up the hill now in the McLaren. His teammate Boltzmann, I think, is on a lap as well. He's just behind him out on track, actually. So Silas better come across the line to go top. Boltzmann, what's he going to do? Comes across the line, goes third on a set of softs. That's quite notable. On a set of softs, Boltzmann, he is third on a 108.4. Wizards goes top of the leaderboard with a 107.7. So we're really getting down to the nitty-gritty sort of lap times here. The rain is just beginning again, I think. I've just been seeing a couple of spots of rain there off the camera angle. There's the yellow flag in sector 1. Hopefully there's somebody getting out of the way on a lap there. Felix reaching the end of the middle sector. 51 flat through there. If you're sub 50, you will be really going for a great lap out there. Felix, though, running around into the final little section. He's going to go quickest with this. Oh, and it's a 107.3. A 107.3. Rocco goes 12th. He's on a set of softs. I think he's just started a lap there. Mads, 7/10 improvement in the first sector. He's on a 15.2 at the minute, but Felix on top. Wizard second. Silas in third with 4 minutes and 40 seconds just over to go here in qualifying. And if you do hear me go quiet, by the way, I'm going to go for a drink during the formation lap, so I will be back just after the formation lap has ended. Probably well timed like last week, of course. Mads better come across the line then. Goes 8th, just behind the enemy. So not a bad lap there at all. Bullboy looking very slow running up the hill. Has he got damage there on the right side end plate? Looks like he has. Yeah, he's coming into the pits there. So I'm not sure what's happened there with Bullboy. Rocco then on a lap. Ended through the middle sector. And 18.7, I don't think that's right, through the middle sector. More like a 50. 51, I would imagine, through there. So Rocco on a set of softs. Should be aiming to go, I think, between Bass and Geronimo with this lap. Jack Meyer again leads the session. Rocco comes across the line, goes ahead of Bass. And right in between Boltzmann and Bass. So 4th and 5th they are. Boltzmann and Rocco now. 500ths off. See what you guys are saying in the comments section. Track looks nearly bone dry. On Saturday we'll be allowed to go and qualify. Yes, you will. Yes, you will, Billy. And of course, may as well get the announcement out there now. Billy will be dropping down to F4 for the remaining 2 races of the season. This is a decision that has been purely made by me. I believe that it is the right thing to do. I believe that if he wants to prove himself and prove to us why he should be in the league next season, he should have a final chance to prove things to us. And that is why we've offered the hand of friendship to him. Number 1 quickest driver has entered the chat. That's Lewis. Number 1 quickest driver at the minute's Felix. I'm not sure if you've got your timings right there, Lewis, to be honest. But good luck running up the hill. in the Mercedes, coming through turn 6 now, and through turn 7. Yellow flag in sector 1, sector 2. Not sure what has happened there. Still looks like it's raining on my screen. The enemy though goes quickest with the 107.2, so the Swede goes ahead of the Dutchman and the Brit Wizards in 3rd place. Looking quite good there. The enemy Felix and Wizards for NSX. CPI in 4th. Esports teams dominating the fray here in F2. The enemy retires, thinks he's done enough. I personally don't think he has. And a 107.2, I think Felix might have to come out of the doldrums and try and improve. JB has improved to 109.1. Glock improves to 109.4, just in behind him. S-Boy has gone up to 8th as well. Bass is just coming into the pits. It seems. Oh no, he's on a lap. Bass across the line. There you go. That's why you do not trust the enemy, and that's why you do not retire with 2 minutes and a half to go. 2.5 minutes to go. He retired. And Bass goes top in NSX 1, 2, 3, 4 now. Out on track. Very competitive and quick lap times being put in here, but obviously having a look at the tyre strategies at the minute, the top 10 would be obliged to qualify on their tyres as they are. Likes of JB, Glock, Ballboy, Deneen most notably as well, I think, down at the bottom there with little Brookie. So those 5 are going to be opting, I would imagine, for the softs round here. I would imagine. JB's gone 6th by the way, with 107.9 with a minute to go. Silas about to come across the line. Wizards has jumped off his lap. Bossman just starting a lap. I'm just seeing if there is anybody that's on a lap. Glock on a lap coming across the line. Improves. It's a 2/10 improvement there. 109.2 for Glock, but not an improvement of his position. Let's pick on somebody. Let's pick on Felix is just coming around there. Let's pick on Bossman. Bossman coming up the hill. P7 at the minute, he's back onto a set of super soft, so you would imagine a 5/6 improvement around here. So I would imagine a 107.3, 107.4 from this. But Bass, the enemy, Felix, Wizards are the top 4. Silas rounding off the top 5 at this stage with 20 seconds to go in qualifying. This is where it really gets down to the nitty gritty. Silas is just in behind Boltzmann, by the way, on a lap as well. I think Wizards is behind him as well. So we're going to be jumping left, right and centre here with everyone going to be starting laps. JB goes 4th with a 107.7. How's Boltzmann looking? This is looking really good from Boltzmann. Comes across the line to go 4th, 107.4. Silas goes 5th just in behind. Wizards retires out of the session. S-Boy running up the hill in the Williams. Looks like he's invalidated. Ballboy and Deneen are on laps as well. Where is Felix out on track? There is Felix. And he looks like he's just ahead. But it looks like he's backed off. Felix has backed off here. So that is not great. And JB, that's a desync and a half. So desync going on there for JB, which is a bit concerning. Mads running up the hill now. Got his Haas teammate in front of him. That is Felix in front of him. Felix has backed off his lap here. Mads coming across the line. Is he going to improve? Where's he going to improve to? He only improves by 6/10 of a second. Only improves up to 12th. That's how close qualifying actually is here. As Ballboy comes around the final corner. Deneen is only 9th with a 108 flat. And Rocco goes top. Rocco goes top. Can't even get my words out. Rocco goes top with a 107 flat. Ballboy not going to be on that level. I think he's going to go ahead of Glock here, I would imagine. Oh, he puts himself in 12th in the end. Felix improves. Bossman, sorry, improved up to 4th, I think, there. And there was no improvements further on. So, end of qualifying. And that is qualifying over. Of course, we're reduced down to a 15-car grid because Jack Meyer has obviously left, but Rocco has stolen another pole position here in F2. Steals it from Bass by only 500ths of a second. Vienri in 3rd. Boltzmann splitting again the 2 NSX boys there. So 4th for Boltzmann, 5th for Felix, 6th for Silas. Good qualifying from him, I think. JB and Wizards, 7th and 8th. Deneen on the set of softs, starting ahead of Glock. Now that is going to be interesting to see, the Irishman. S-Boy, Ballboy, Mads, Geronimo and Little Brookie will have 3 tyres. And there's the Welshman, the beleaguered Welshman down at the bottom in P16. I will start on the hards. Was too late to for a run on the softs and I missed it by 3 seconds. Matthias said he expected a 106, and apparently there was a glitched barrier at turn 1. I didn't see it on my screen. I do admit I didn't really go on board from turn 1 onwards. I was just picking up on drivers throughout the lap there. So, obviously, yeah. NSX has too many drivers, maybe because they like it and stay loyal to NSX. Yeah. See, that said he thought he had time for 2 laps. It's around a 108 lap around here. I call it on average around a 108 lap around here. But as we go into the race now, 50% race, 36 laps of racing you will see out on track tonight. It won't be that excessive for GT Sport later on, but Rocco gonna be on top here in qualifying and starts on the first row of the grid alongside Bass. My top 3, if I was pushed for top 3, Vienmi to win, Deneen to be second, so that means Vienmi will not win the championship tonight. I think Deneen will be second, and for a bit of a punt, I'm going to go Felix for third. Felix for third. And like I said earlier on, about it, then, yeah, but Rocco's going to be starting on pole. One of the underdogs to watch, I think, here tonight, I would say Silas to watch tonight. Silas normally has a tendency to have one good race and then a bad race. Hopefully tonight is a good race for him. And apparently I've just been told that PSN might be down. PSN might be down. I don't want to alert anyone to that, but I've just heard that PSN is down. And that is coming through from TTTV, my TTG commentators. So hopefully nothing is going to happen here. Touch wood, and I've just touched a bit of wood now. Touch wood, we're all going to be fine. PSN is a bit messy at times. Well, we know that. It is PSN. Not every system is correct and fully functioning. It looks like Geronimo is the last one to join up at the back of the grid. Please keep me informed if PSN does go down, and then I will be having a look on board with the comments during the race. But action about to get started here in GHR. Hopefully not on the excessive connection problems like we had in Gavra last night. If you didn't watch that, go and watch it. 5 on excellent, all about to go out here in Brazil. Round 10 of the championship. Lights out and away we go. Good stop by Vienmi down in third. Rocco cuts across on Bass. Vienmi's going to be round the outside of Bass here into turn 1. Nearly 3 wide. Nearly 3 abreast. Everyone looking okay in behind. Silas might be losing the position to JB there. He gets that back though. Everyone is clean through. S-Boy and Little Brookie having a little bit of coming together in behind. But everyone's clean through the first 3 corners. The centre S's. And Rocco now leads them down into turn 4. Bossman has jumped up to third. Vienmi runs wide and there's a bit of front wing going flying there. I think that came from JB. He might have just outbroke himself there. But running up the hill into turn 6 for the first time. Rocco hanging on to that lead by 3/10 of a second. Bass in second. Then it's the McLarens. Never seen McLarens so far up the field in all my life, I think. Bossman and Silas third and fourth. Vienmi has dropped down to 5th early on, with Felix in 6th and Wizards in 7th. Good stuff from him, actually. There's the position changes. Geronimo and Little Brookie up 3 positions. However, Ballboy and Little Brookie are having a bit of a battle further down the field, but Little Brookie has held that nicely, and that was around the outside. I've just seen that in the background of shot. That was around the outside of Ballboy coming out of the second sector, so very nice run there. Speaking of runs, Bossman looks like he could be getting Bass through the first lap here, and Rocco leads. With Bass in second, Bossman in third, Silas and Vienmi 4th and 5th. That was Deneen trying it on Wizards, and there's a whole host of cars going at it in behind. Glock and Geronimo having a battle, and it looks like Geronimo has got that move done. Glock now running down the straight. Hopefully there's no contact here. Glock sticking to the line. Little Brookie's got to be careful in behind here as well. Glock around the outside of him. Little Brookie down on the inside line. Good racing. Oh, Ballboy and S-Boy. the two boys have came together. S-Boy and Bullboy. Not sure who might have been at fault there. Glock has dropped down the field as well. Getting past by Little Brookie. Looks like he might have front wing damage. He hasn't. He gets the move done. Back on Little Brookie. There's so much action going on. Let's focus on the battle for lead. Rocco looks like he's holding up a bit of a train here. The top 6 separated by around 2.5 seconds out on track, I think. So Rocco leading. Bass in second. Boastman in third. There's been no changes to the top 6. Deneen has gone past Wizards, however, on this lap, so he's now up to 7th. Wizards in 8th. JB is in 9th. Geronimo down in 10th. Filling out the top 10. Boastman lagging quite a lot there, I think, down the straight. Hopefully no issues going on there. But Rocco, the end of lap 2 leads. Oh, Silas nearly careening it into the backside of Boastman. The two McLarens coming very close together to contact. Little Brookie and Glock having a battle further down the field. However, nobody close enough for a move just yet. Running up the hill now. There's the tyre changes, by the way. We did see Mad start on the mediums, Glock on the mediums, S-Boy on the softs, Bullboy on the mediums, and I think it was Geronimo on the softs as well. So that was out of the bottom 5 out on track. Glock, Little Brookie having a good, decent ding-dong battle here as they come from the highest point on the track. Down the hill they come. Oh, a little bit of contact, but Little Brookie, I think, just had to apply a bit of brakes there, because I'm not sure if he would have contacted the back end, spun Glock there if he didn't pull out of that. So, good sportsmanship there by Little Brookie. Keeping on going. But Bass is getting closer to Rocco. I think we're going to see a move for turn 1, down into turn 1, possibly down into turn 4 if he's not close enough here. But Bass is closing up, he's closing up. Rocco should be defending that inside line. Bass careers it down the inside. Rocco has to give way. And Bass has pulled off a phenomenal move down the inside. The Dutchman now leads the way here in Brazil. And it looks like Boastman is closing on the back of the fellow Brit in behind as well, in front of him as well. Silas is in 4th. Vienny 5th, Felix in 6th. No real changes to the order. Glock and Little Brookie is still going out of them behind. Glock defending that inside line quite a lot. And defends it well, keeps the position for now. Little Brookie, though, having a bit of a switchback moment. And he's got him, I think, running up the hill here, side by side between Little Brookie and Glock. Running up into turn 6. Little Brookie trying to hang it all the way around the outside on the softs. Glock on the mediums and that. Glock very late on the brakes, though. Just overshoots it slightly. Little Brookie around the outside. Good battling going on here. Little Brookie still trying to hang it around the outside. Glock just loses the car slightly. And that is Little Brookie's position. And he's up into 10th place. Vienny right on the back of Felix, who was trying to attack him, in fact. Felix trying to attack. Silas very slow out the corner. Three-way battle for 4th now develops out on track. Bass leads by 0.8 of a second after getting that move done down into turn 1. But now, Silas into the pits. Silas is in. Vienny and Felix run quite close together, running down into turn 1. Hopefully the NSX boys will be let to fight like they were last week in America. The Bass leading the way by 0.9 of a second. Here comes Felix, right on the back of Vienny. Felix the Dutchman down the inside on the Swede, the championship leader, of course, and just in behind him is his championship competitor Deneen, who is suddenly starting to catch. The softs beginning to come into temperature, I think, compared to the supers, and Felix completing that move round the outside of turn 4, got the move done, and is through ahead of Vienny. Glock and Little Brookie is still going out there further down the field, but out in front, Bass looking quite comfortable out in front by around 9.5 of a second. Rocco in 2nd at the minute, Bossman in 3rd, Felix in 4th. No real changes to the order. Vienny obviously losing that position to Felix. We've seen Bass obviously go to the lead of the rest. There's not really been many changes apart from that. NSX drivers in the top 7, or they were in the top 7. And in fact they are still in the top 7, all 4 of them in the top 7 as they run down into turn 1. Deneen getting very close to the back end of Vienny, but just looks like he could outdo him. I think Vienny just overshot at turn 1, and Deneen is trying to go all the way down his inside. Goodness me, if he didn't lose control there. Oh, I think Deneen not having the pace, and he backs off quite wisely there. But that could have been contact between both of them there if he really went for that down the inside. There was hardly any gap there, to be honest. But Deneen hanging on to 6th place at the minute. Mads has got past Little Brookie, who has made a slight mistake. So Mads is up in position up to 10th. The Dane passing him. Bullboy has already been in the pits, S-Boy as well. JB, I think, has already been in the pits, as has Silas, who came into the pits as well. But lap 6 out of 36, about to go on to lap 7. We are nearly 25% race distance here at Brazil. And, 25% out of 100% tonight, of course. But Bass leading 1.8 seconds, really pulled that advantage out. Rocco now beginning to struggle, I think, with his tyre management. Bossman, Felix, Vienmi, Deneen all looking in close attendance. And lap 7 out of 36, Bass will begin to pull away further, I think. Rocco will start to hold these up, I would imagine. We're looking further down the field. We'll see the position gains. Geronimo picks up a 3-second time per lead. Most positions gained is Geronimo, actually, with 6 position gains. Plenty of positives there to take out the first half of this race. The first quarter of this race for these guys. Little Brookie and Mads up as well. Up 4 positions and 3 positions respectively. 3 positions gained for Deneen from 9th as well. Position losses, Silas and JB obviously been into the pits early. They have lost 6 positions respectively as Felix tries to attack the back end of Bossman, coming up the hill and down now towards the final technical corner out on track. The little Brookie is getting quite close to Mads, however, down the inside. Mads keeping around the outside, keeps the traction held nicely. Bossman, not sure what happened there for Bossman, but he's into the pits regardless of what's happened now. I really can't describe what happened there, to be honest, because I didn't see it, which I think is typical of me, going off things and then things start to happen, and yeah, just typical me really. But Bass leading 2.1 seconds, Rocco second, Felix in third, Viemi getting very close to the back end, not close enough for the move here for the Swede. Deneen the Irishman in behind. So currently, as it stands, we would be going into the final race of the championship with the championship battle only separated by 14 points at this stage. Vienmi on 151, Deneen on 139. I think it comes to show the quality of consistency that these two guys have shown this season, and that is why you are seeing these two at the top of the standings in GHR F2. And of course, we will be finished next week in Abu Dhabi, the season finale. We should be having 2 championship battles at this stage, with F2 going on. F1 already completed, F4 is still going as well, so plenty of championships to be won. Deneen, Rocco opposite to go into the pits as Felix now gets out. Oh, Vienmi nearly careers into the back of him. A total outbreak there from Vienmi. Honestly, oh, that was really, really close. And Geronimo, by the way, has got past Wizards down into turn 1. He's through up to 5th. Deneen on the back of Vienmi, not opting to go for the move there. Wizards around the outside of Geronimo, just coming across this line slightly. Defending the position well. And that's good fair driving, actually, from Geronimo. Just brushing across on this line a little bit. Just a little bit to improve on, I think, there from Geronimo's perspective. But good defensive driving there from the Dutchman to defend off the Brit. He takes the deeper line coming through turn 8 and into turn 9. Now on to turn 10, which is this corner here. And 11, 12 and 13 will be coming up very soon. But Bass out in front by 2.8 seconds at this stage. Wizards looks like he's got front wing damage, right side end plate damage for Wizards. So that's not great stuff at all. May point out, by the way, that Bossman has jumped Rocco. Bossman did pit a lap earlier. But we see the battle. 25% rest of this race distance through, a quarter through the race, and Felix and Vienmi, second and third. Vienmi getting closer. He's getting closer all the way to the line, all the way to turn 4. But never really getting close enough to complete that move. Bossman picks up a 3-second time only further down the field. He just set the fastest lap of the race as well. Of course, a point for the fastest lap, and I can announce that there will be more opportunities next season for drivers to pick up points during qualifying and in the races. And that is part of my plans that are being worked on at this stage. I'm very excited to welcome them into GHR as S-Boy has retired from the race. That, I think, is at turn 3, and is that where Mr. Meyer spun it? No, it's off the right-hand side of the track for Mr. Meyer. Left-hand side, of course, where he spun. So that's boy out the race. He's the first casualty. 14 still going. Bass, Felix, Vienmi, Deneen, looking very close here, the Irishman. Is he going to send it up the inside? Thinks about it, but just hesitates again to go for the move. Wizards keeping tabs on Geronimo, keeping good tabs on him actually with the super soft compound tyre. Went Geronimo's softs ahead of him. Vienmi though, is it going to go all the way around the outside? Vienmi all the way around the outside, the camera cuts away. Felix just slightly compromising his line, but Vienmi now all the way around the outside of turn 6. Surely not. Are we going to see this? Yes, lay on the brakes. Vienmi around the outside, still side by side, out of it. Little bit of contact. Just need to use the wing mirrors a little bit too much there, I think, but Vienmi is hanging it down the inside, and it's great driving from the Swede, champion-elect at the minute, but Felix down the inside again. Vienmi hangs on around the outside. Felix is going to get around the outside now onto the second last corner, and Deneen is just sitting here waiting for a mistake to happen, and it looks like Deneen could get both of them running down the straight here if he's close enough, and of course, he gets into that DRS. Which is crucial to his chances, I think. Vienmi looking like he's going to come into the pit lane. No, Felix opts to come in. So Felix opts to come in. That frees Deneen up. That will free Deneen up to attack Vienmi down into turn 4. A little bit of a lock-up. Obviously running no ABS, which is good to see, of course. And that is what we want to be seeing our drivers looking at. Vienmi, though, just pulling away. Super soft, still holding a little bit of temperature, it seems. Deneen not close enough for move. And indeed saving up his ERS there as well. Felix has came out miles behind Boltzmann. Wizards having a change of front wing with his right tail end plate damage. Silas is going to come out behind. Felix in fact is going to come out ahead of Silas, so that's good to see. Still looking very close for second though. Deneen and Vienmi. Vienmi in second, Deneen in third at this stage. Looking quite good at the minute. Bass 3.6 seconds. He's pulled away further, looking like he's dominating this race. Vienmi second, Deneen in third. What? No. Little bit of lag going on there. Hopefully we are not seeing problems developing here. Hopefully we're not seeing any problems developing here, but there's quite a lot of lag now starting to happen. Hopefully we're going to be having PSN issues at this stage. Everyone now looking fine. I think it's just me turning on my Wi-Fi. Glock on the back of Geronimo. This has got going all of a sudden. Rocco, by the way, out ahead of Boltzmann coming out of the pits. Geronimo defending the position well. Glock will try and go down the inside. Silas with a 5-second stop go. S-Boy leaving the session. Could go with a virtual safety car. Rocco has gone past Mads as well. Quite a whole host of cars, and Silas in fact has left the session. Silas leaving the session, so not sure what has happened there. Hopefully, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, I hope it is not connection issues you could be experiencing here tonight, of course. PSN apparently down some people. Bar connections starting to happen with everyone, I think, on my screen. Hopefully it's just me. Deneen leading. Geronimo second, Glock in third at this stage. Little Brookie, Rocco, Boltzmann, 4th, 5th and 6th. Glock aiming to go around the outside here. Camera cuts away, but he's round the outside on the brakes. Can Glock complete this move? Geronimo will force him off track. Glock has to fight that position well. He fights it well enough. Round the outside, similar to Verstappen in the wet. And Glock, I think, has got that move done. But Geronimo is side by side. On the right-hand side of the screen, he backs off, though. And it looks like, oh, Carriza down his inside. That was a bit of an opportunistic one. You shouldn't go for that move at all there. And we see a net battle for the lead developing because Rocco and Boltzmann. Is Boltzmann going to go around the outside of turn 6? Lay on the brakes. Rocco, 3-second time penalty, picked up on the inside of the corner there. Not great stuff. Everything is still on the get going. Vienmi has got ahead of Felix, by the way, as well. So that undercut, or yeah, overcut actually for Vienmi coming into play. Felix is just dropping a little bit of time there. Hopefully no connection issues going on his end. Geronimo's let little Brookie through, I think, as well. So little Brookie now into third. Geronimo now fourth. Danina's in from the lead of the race. That's 14 laps on the set of the soft compound tyres. He's coming into pits. There is his mechanics out in the pit box. Geronimo's in as well. That frees up the Rocco and Bossman battle, but Danina in for a set of mediums. That'll be him to the end then. Back on board with the battle for third. Current net lead, Rocco and Bossman. But these guys will have to pit again. The rest, I think, opting to go probably to the end. And Bossman waltzes past Rocco down the inside, gets the move done, and Bossman is up into the net leader race, but currently he's in P3, as Rocco was surely not going to try this round the outside of turn 6. Round the outside, just turning in. There was tiny little bit of contact, I think, there. Which isn't too bad. Everyone's just beginning to spread themselves out though in behind. Mediums obviously not coming to temperature just yet for some of these. Glock leads, Little Brookie second, Bossman and third if you're just tuning in to the action here for Global Hub Racing F2. Round 10. 2 more rounds including this one to go. And hopefully we are all fine. As I will check the comments section. Silas saying Bossman's lagged ruined me. It is to be expected for Bossman. People should know, but we're going to be taking steps to improve people's connections, and everyone's going to have to do a connection test. Look over on the outside of Bossman. Surely not. Try and switch it down the inside, not quite, and doesn't get that move done. Basses through past Mads for 5th place. He's now into a net 3rd position. Rocco and Bossman. Bossman just leaning across onto Rocco. He's got the inside line. I think Rocco will have this move done. Bossman just pushed out wide, but given the camber of the corner, it's great racing between both of these. Rocco and Bossman. Bossman will try and opt it down the inside here. Rocco just over racing it a little bit, but gets that move done. And a 3-second time penalty there for Bossman. Track extending slightly, I would say. I don't think it's enough to commit a 3-second time penalty there, but that's me. Oh, he totally outbrakes himself there. That's going to give an advantage to Rocco, I think. Rocco has a slight advantage at this stage, gains a little bit of time on Bossman. Mads is being closed down now by Vienmi. He's opting to go quite deep into this race, actually, Mads, today. And looks like he's going to be scoring out the points at this stage. If he wanted to try something wild and wacky, he'd go into the pits this lap. Little Brookie is in on a set of softs. He's done 15 laps on those, but now, and Mads literally just gets out of the way of Vienmi. No questions asked there. Personally, I don't like to see that. I don't like to see drivers get out of the way, but fairness. Bossman now going past Rocco. Should he have the move done? He's down the inside, got the move done again, and Bossman is up to P2. 2.2 seconds off Glock for the lead of this race. Little Brookie, by the way, has came out, it seems, ahead of Geronimo, which is good. And in fact, there is a battle going on between Wizards and Geronimo running down the straight. Wizards around the outside. Geronimo, though, again, it's just a little bit over-aggressive. He needs to be... I know he's been practicing, but I don't really see much change, to be honest, if I've got to be quite brutal there. And I'm not being brutal at all. I want to see drivers thrive. Wizards just sends it down his inside, and to be honest, I would be in the same position as him at the minute, getting forced wide at every single corner. Wizards is going to now opt it down the inside, and we see the over-aggressive racing, but that is a good move. Wizards gets past him, past Geronimo. And I don't care what people are saying, might be saying in the comment section. All I want to see is clean and competitive racing. If you drive over-aggressively, Geronimo was taking the Kimi Räikkönen route off, by the way, as well. So he's totally gone off track. But, yeah, I just want to see drivers thrive. That's all I want to see. If drivers are racing over-aggressively, I will pick out points where they need to improve. And I will mention that to them going forward. It's my responsibility at the end of the day. I'm responsible for every single one of these drivers. And every one of these drivers should be putting faith in me to deliver what they want to see. That's the end of the day. And I think we've had too many problems this season, I think, with... Well, we've had too many problems in general this season, and that has to be admitted, really. That has to be admitted, but we are committed to the cause. F1 2019 is going to be a lot better, and everyone will be thriving as a result, especially those drivers who struggle to make it into the mainstream. As we see Deneen going past Mads here. Deneen has got past Mads. He's up to P7. The Irishman. Currently, as it stands, Vienmi not going to be winning the championship. He is only 4 points ahead of Deneen as it stands. The live standings at the minute. What are Rocco and Bossman doing? They're on the supers. Yeah, they're going to opt for a 2-stop. It's not great stuff, to be honest, if I've got a thingy. Back to the stream, says S-Boy. But I honestly don't know what they're doing. They're costing each other time. Bass is only now 6/10 off him, so right to think that actually. That they have been cost time. I didn't realise that, so thank you for pointing that out to me. Because Bass, it seems now, appears to be all over the back of Bossman and Rocco, who will be having to come into the pit, I would imagine, this or next lap, to go on a set of softs for 16 laps to the end. It is possible, but they might just spread it out for a couple more laps. We'll see. Both of them going on for another lap. They're costing each other time. Rocco down the inside now on Bossman. He's going to get past down into turn 1. Bossman trying to hang around the outside here. He's now on the inside line. Bossman though backs off. Quite good, but Bass has got the better run out compared to everyone here. Rocco and Bossman battling, going to be costing each other time. Bass can just sit and wait in behind, and I honestly would not rely on Vienmi as we see Bossman down the inside of Rocco. The two Brits fanning out, just a little bit of push off track. Oh my goodness me! How on earth have they all stayed alive through there? Honestly, playing with death, I think, there. Rocco and Bossman. Goodness me, if Bass didn't pull out that move, he would have been caught in a ham sandwich, quite literally. That was unbelievable, as Wizards has crashed out the race. JB and Geronimo have a battle. Wizards has lost it. There he is, right-hand side of the track. As we see Geronimo and JB running up the hill. But my God, that came so close to possibly 3 drivers being out the rest there. Bossman, I think, admitting coming into the pits. Rocco was in as well. Glock is in. That frees the lead battle, which will be Bass and Vienmi until the end of this race, I would imagine. Only 6/10 of a second separating them. Felix only 2 seconds behind. 2.3 seconds behind him. And then Deneen battling the Irishman. So at this stage, as it stands, Vienmi will be getting closer and closer to this title. Deneen now, we're going to launch it down the inside of the Irishman. Lovely move. That is picture perfect. From the Irishman up to 3rd place, written on a postcard. Beautiful move. And Deneen up to 3rd. But Bass and Vienmi, we're more than halfway through this race. Lap 21 out of 36. Thank you for tuning in. If you are wondering who I am, I'm JamesHead14. If you are brand new to the channel, give us a like, comment and subscribe to Global Hub Racing. Plenty more content coming on F1 2018 for the rest of this season, which is only 2 weeks left, and for F1 2019. Wizards seemed like he lost it by himself on the curb, similar to what Toxic did, I think, in F3. Battle for lead is 6/10, not really closing up. Deneen and Felix though 3/10. Felix is closing up to the back of Deneen. Could try and launch it down the inside, but I think he'll be close. Mads just came into the pits, should be coming out ahead of JB, I would imagine here, or just behind him in fact. Just behind JB. Bullboy been running around right at the back for quite a while after that first lap contact, or second lap contact with S-Boy. If you're wondering, if you are a Bullboy fan, but I'll tell you what, somebody that has really impressed me with how they're doing in this race, Little Brookie. Little Brookie is doing fantastically well. As we see, Bossman and Rocco side by side in the background actually. Bossman down the inside of Rocco. Oh, a little bit of contact. Forcing him wide. That was a bit of front wing flying there. Oh, Bossman, oh, there's contact. Rocco off track. I don't know what on earth is going on here. But Bossman and Rocco, I don't know what is going on. And Bossman now, front wings changing. What on earth is going on between these two? Both of them have just cost each other the race. They've cost each other a high scoring points finish. That's what they have done there. I'm not sure if there was anything on the build up to it, but if there was, guys, just calm it down. Calm it down. There is no need. There's no need. It could be down to lag. I know these guys do have a tendency to lag. Glock, by the way, is going right around the outside. A little brookie for 5th. That is an easy move. Glock going to be making mincemeat of little brookie there. Quite literally mincemeat. He gets the move done. Little brookie picks up a 3-second time pulley. Glock can now go on with his race. Little brookie will try and stay with him. Battle for the lead is 4/10 of a second. Bass in Vienmi, Deneen in 3rd, Felix in 4th. Felix staying close to the tail of Deneen though, 3 seconds off at the minute. Glock running up the hill. Bullboy comes out ahead of JB. Silas's AI is into the pits as well. I would imagine that'll be for soft. Silas's AI. Bossman and Rocco look like they've both got front wing damage. What do they do? Do they continue? Or do they pit in near the end of the race and mess up their strategies even further? Or do they pit in now and mess up their strategies even further? As we see Bass and Vienmi getting very close. NSX filling out. 3 out of the top 4 positions at this stage. Bass and Vienmi, I hope the orders are to let them fight in a clean and competitive manner. I really want to see this battle. Bass and Vienmi, because I think we had it last week as well in America between these two, if I recall. I might be totally wrong there. But Bass and Vienmi, Bossman knew fastest lap of the race, so clearly no front wing damage from his perspective, but I think it's Rocco that has got the front wing damage. Not losing too much time. There's certainly something that came off the front wings of the guys. Thingy. Let's have a look at the comment section. Hopefully everyone is having a good night so far. That, ladies and gents, is why driving with the brain makes more sense than just trying to overtake and push all race long. Yeah, I totally agree. I honestly totally agree on that. Drivers should be driving in their own rhythm, not getting into any contact, and not over-racing themselves. Oh, little Brookie is out. He was doing so well. And that is a very weird place to lose it, actually. On that run out of turn 9. How on earth has he crashed it there? Beyond me. How on earth has he crashed it there? Answers on a postcard, please, in the comment section. That's unbelievable. I'm just going to have a look, by the way, see if on Twitter there is any more complaints about PSN being down. The enemy just coming to lap Silas's AI again. Running up the hill. As we have a look, and apparently PSN is down. Well, PSN is working fine for us in Global Hub Racing. It's normally quite the opposite, and I think it is completely the opposite to what we normally have. Especially me and Gavra last night, 6 attempts to try and get the race started, and we had to postpone it in the end. Just ridiculous, but that was down to the game more than anything else. But at this stage, it's Bass, Vienmi, if you're just tuning in, we're about to start lap 26 out of 36. We're going to have 11 more laps to go. Bass, Vienmi, 1st and 2nd. Deneen now in 3rd, so the championship battle will rage on into the final week, and there will be a season finale in Abu Dhabi for F2. We can pretty much, I think, confirm that now. Unless, as I say, Deneen loses it. Touch wood, everything is going to go fine. Vienmi, Bass cuts across him very late in the day to cover off the move. Bass just getting caught on the curve. Vienmi is up the game now. He's going to up it. Round the outside of turn 6. Surely not. Vienmi round the outside on Bass. Side by side. Oh my goodness me. Close to contact, but good stuff between both of them. Geronimo, by the way, has just been overtaken by Mads. That is for 8th place. 3-second time penalty gain for Mads. But Bass holding on. But for how long? Because Vienmi looking like a rampant Scandinavian in IKEA. Vienmi. That's the only thing I can think of with the Swedish connections, so don't get me started on that. But Bass and Vienmi, here we go, running up the straight. We are surely going to see a move down into turn 1, possibly down into turn 4, I would imagine, would be the best place to do this. Vienmi closing in. Is he going to try and launch it down the inside? No, the gap's there. Bass is leaving him the room if he did want to go up the inside. 3-second time penalty now. Come on, that's a 3-second time penalty. Right on board with him, and not even anywhere near But now in the slipstream, the enemy now around the outside. Is Bass going to leave up the position to him? No, he's not. He's going to fight it aggressively, fight it hard down the inside. Now, side by side, run up towards turn 6. Bass is around the outside defending the position. The enemy down in the inner. Surely, and Bass somehow has kept that around the outside. The enemy having to give way. Goodness me, brilliant driving between both of them again. And this is why GHR is going places going forward. With driving like this, it is looking so good. Bass leading the way, the enemy in second, 0.3 of a second separating the top two. With Deneen in third and Felix in fourth at this stage. Felix not getting any closer. Looks like Deneen might have that secured for third. Penalty situation I will come on to round 5 laps before the end of this race. But at the minute, it's between these two. It's all between Bass and the enemy. Is he going to drive on the outside into turn 1? We'll have a look on board with them. Yes, he is. Is he going to complete the move down the inside? Bass somehow again, the enemy, I think, just overshot the corner slightly there. But Bass again has just held on to that lead. How on earth is he doing this? Now he has to give way because the enemy's down his inside. This time, the IKEA man makes it down the inside. The Swede has got it, and he's up in the P1. Fantastic driving, but honestly, I don't think this is over and done with. Deneen is catching, and Felix is beginning to close in as well. This could all really develop up. If these two really start hammering each other and start battling, there could be a 4-way battle for the win, and that is what we like to see in GHR F2. Bullboy into the pits, completing 24 laps on the mediums. Not his day at all. But at the minute, so Mads and Geronimo, by the way, are having a good battle. Geronimo's gone past Mads again.